Anjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Gaurani Pracharine Nirvise Shishvade Vasvidare Jai Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Govinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Okay. Thank you all so much for joining. I see 15 kids. Very nice. Sanvi, Hare Krishna. Good to see you.
Why is there very less people?
Is there someone new called Sanvi?
No, Sanvi is she used to join our craft classes in summer. If you remember, Pratmesh's sister.
Oh,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
I thought it was like a whole different
Okay,
person.
Hare Krishna, Sanvi and Pratmesh.
Hare
I
Krishna.
keep asking your mom about you. I saw you after a long time. Do you remember me, Sanvi?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes?
Yes.
Very nice. Good. I'm so happy to see you. Okay, so nice. 15 of you joined. You know that we are reading Bhagavad Gita for His Grace Srinivas Jagannath Prabhu. But still you joined. That's very nice of you. Krishna will be very happy. So, you know what?
Padmatesh.
You know what? Gratefulness is what we should learn. Gratefulness is something which we should never forget, because gratefulness is always there, right? You have to be grateful to your teachers, your parents, anybody. So now this is the time we have to show our gratefulness to Preeti Vilasni Mataji, and you're so nice. You all joined. That's wonderful.
Preeti Vilasni Mataji is a good teacher.
Can you be loud? Ramachandra, it's not audible.
And Preeti Vilasni Mataji is a good teacher too.
Yeah, she's an excellent teacher, and she's a very good devotee. She's very sweet human being. So that's very nice. Yeah, what to do? So see, we say a friend in need is a friend indeed, right? So when at the time of need only we have to show. So now it's a time of need, and we are trying to show whatever little way we can. Oh, one participant left. We see only 14 now.
Mataji, does Preeti Vilasni Mataji have any kids?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
She treats all of you as her own kids. That's why she invests lots of time in kids classes.
So she's alone?
Yes.
In her house? Oh.
Yeah. She's a very good devotee, right? So Krishna will take care of her. Krishna promised many times, right? So he will take care of her. Okay, so we will start our reading. So it's 7:20. We'll start reading. So yesterday I think you read till 15.5, right?
Yes, Mataji, 15.5.
So who will start? I think Mukund. I am seeing Mukund. Mukund, can you start? I think he's not ready.
Alexa.
Ramachandra, you want to start?
Banana.
The Shloka Mataji?
Shloka.
Yes, Mataji, you can start.
Okay, Mukund, you start, and Ramachandra will read the translation.
नाशयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Ramachandra, go ahead.
That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by the fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to the material world.
Ramachandra, read till here.
Okay, the spiritual world, the abode of the supreme personality of God is Krishna, which is known as Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavan. Described here. In the spiritual sky, there is no need of sunshine, moonshine, fire, or electricity, because all the planets are luminous.
Okay. Pratmesh,
So what is my registered account?
start from here.
Yes, Mataji. We have only one planet in this universe, the sun, which is self-luminous. But all the planets in the spiritual sky are self-luminous. The shining effulgence of all those planets, called Vaikunthas, constitutes the shining sky known as the Brahma Jyotir. Actually, the effulgence is emanating from planet of Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan. Part of that shining effulgence is covered by Mahatattva, the material world. Other than this, the major portion of that shining sky is full of spiritual planets, which are called Vaikunthas, chef of which Goloka Vrindavan. Chef of which is Goloka Vrindavan.
Chief, looks like you missed the I there.
Oh yeah.
Samskriti,
We have only the planet. Oh,
no, here.
as
Samskriti,
long
I heard.
as a living entity.
Samskriti, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji, we can hear you.
Yes, Mataji.
I heard Samskriti's mother got initiated. Congratulations. She's breaking, right?
As long as a living entity is in the dark material world, he is in conditional life, but as soon as he reaches the spiritual sky by cutting through the false perverted tree of this material world, he becomes liberated. There is no choice of his coming.
No chance.
There's no chance of his coming back here. In his conditional life, the living entity considers himself to be the lord of this material world. But in the liberated state, he enters into the spiritual kingdom and becomes an associate of the Supreme Lord. There he enjoys eternal bliss, eternal life, and full knowledge.
Thank you.
Mataji, can Jagdish go?
Yes, Jagdish. Oh, I see you after a long time. Are you joining? Or did I miss you? Seeing.
I join sometimes, Mataji.
Very nice. Good to see you. Where are you? I don't see your face. Can you come on the video?
Okay. One should be captive by his information. He should desire to transfer himself to that eternal world and extricate himself from the false reflection of reality. For one who is too much attached to this material world, it is difficult to cut that attachment. But if he takes to Krishna consciousness, there is a change of
gratitude becoming dedicated, one has to associate himself with devotees, those who are in Krishna consciousness. One should search out a society dedicated to Krishna consciousness and learn how to discharge devotional service.
Thank you. Balram,
Yes, Mataji.
you want to go ahead?
Yes. Wait. Yeah. In this way, he can cut off his attachment to saffron cloth. He must become attached to the devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, one should take it very seriously that devotional service, as described in the 12th chapter, is the only way to get out of this false reputation of the real tree. In chapter 14, the contamination of all kinds of processes by material nature is described only devotional service is described as purely transcendental.
Okay, Dina Krishna wants to read this. Loudly.
Words are very important here. Actually, every nook and corner is a property of the Supreme Lord.
Loudly.
But the spiritual world is Paramam from influences. The
Katha Upanishad.
Kata Upanishad also confirms that in the spiritual world
There is no need of sunshine.
there is no need
Sunshine.
for sunshine,
Moonshine.
moonshine, or stars.
For the whole spiritual sky.
For the whole spiritual sky
Is illuminated
by
the internal potency
internal
of the spiritual Lord, Supreme Lord. That supreme abode can be achieved only by surrender and by no other means. Okay, thank you, Dina Krishna. Okay, we'll go to next.
Mataji, why are you whispering?
Yeah, because he can't read. He's just 5-year-old. Next, who wants to go to the next shloka? Varun, you want to read? Varun, Ojasvi.
Yes, Mataji, can I read?
Who is
Hare
that?
Krishna, Mataji.
Varun, can you come on the video?
Okay, my video's on.
Where are you? Ha, okay. Read the shloka.
Okay. Mama evansho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana manashastani indriyani prakritistani karshati.
Wonderful.
Krishna Mataji, can Ojasvi go?
Ojasvi, yes.
Okay. The living entities in this conditional world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditional life, they are struggle very hard with 6 senses, which include the mind.
Ojasvi, go ahead. Read till here.
Okay. In this verse, the identity of the living being is clearly given. The living entity is the fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Eternally, it is not that he assumes individually in this conditional life and in his liberated state becomes one with the Supreme Lord. To do that?
Supreme Lord.
In Sanskriti go, Mataji.
Samskriti, you already got a chance. So let us see. Subhadra.
Mataji, I can't see the screen.
Why?
Mataji, we can see his person.
I'm not talking.
He is internally fragment. It is clearly said.
Subhadra, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, Mataji, she's
Yeah.
reading. She was reading.
আমি মনে করছি পিছু করবে না
Subhadra, go ahead. It is clearly said.
কিছু না কিছু তোমার বড় বড় কথা বলতেছে
He is internally fragment. It is clearly said. Sanatanaha, according to the Vedic version, the Supreme Lord manifests and expands himself in innumerable expansions, of which the primary expansions are called Vishnu Tattva, and the secondary expansions are called the living entities. In other words, the Vishnu Tattva is a personal expansion, and the living entities are the separated expansions. Thanks, Anita.
Thank you. Sri Lakshmi, Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, can you hear me? Oh, somebody has to be muted. There's a lot of disturbance.
I think Varun is unmuted.
Okay, Sri Krishna, can you go ahead? Start.
He is someone named Drupajit.
Okay, let me.
In the very back. His name is
I
Drupajit.
muted. I muted.
Yeah. He was unmuted.
Okay, go ahead. Sri Krishna, can you hear me? We are not hearing you. You are muted. Oh, you are unmuted. Can you hear him? I am not able to hear him.
He's not talking.
Yeah, Sri Krishna, I am talking to you only. Can you unmute yourself?
Sri Krishna, it says you unmuted, but for some reason we can't hear you.
He's
Yeah.
muted. Now he's unmuted.
Say something.
Say talk.
Say ice cream.
Jagannath. It's not silly time.
Yeah, he's unmuted, but he can't talk.
Okay, let him figure out. Meanwhile, we will we'll see.
That's audio problems,
Yeah, he's unmuted, but we are not able to hear. Why?
No, that's audio problems.
Okay, anybody
Audio
else?
problem. Audio
Rudra. Rudra.
What?
Yeah, can you read from here?
By his personal expansion, he is manifested in various separated expansions in the living entities internally sever the planet expansions of the supreme personality of Godhead. In the individual identities of Godhead are always present.
Okay, thank you. Jagannath wants to go next. Thank you, Rudra. Okay, Jagannath, start reading.
Similarly,
Where is that? You can finish it off.
Similarly, the separated expansions of living entities have their identities as fragmental parts and
Loudly.
parcel of the Supreme Lord. The living entities also have fragmental portions of his qualities, of which independence is once every living entity, as an individual soul, as has his personal individuality and a minute form of the independence by misuse of that independence, one becomes a conditioned soul, and by proper of independence, he is always liberated. In either case, he's qualitatively eternal as the Supreme Lord is. In his liberated state, he is freed from this material condition, and he is under engagement of transcendental service unto the Lord. In his conditioned life, he is dominated by the material modes of nature, and he forgets the transcendental loving service of the Lord. As a result, he has to struggle very hard to maintain his existence in the material world.
Okay, thank you, Jagannath. Okay. Suraj, unmute yourself. Suraj.
We want fill period.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Okay,
Where is the...
Mataji.
Go ahead.
The living
Start.
entities, not only human beings and the cats and dogs, but even the greater controllers of the material world, Brahma, Lord Shiva, and even Vishnu, are the parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord. They are eternal, not temporary manifestations. The word Karshati, struggling or grappling hard, is very significant. The conditioned soul is bound up as though shackled by iron chains. He is bound up by the false ego, and the mind is the chief agent which is driving him. eh, which is driving him in this material existence. When the mind is in the mode of goodness, his activities are good. When the mind is in the species of light, it is clear. However, it is in this okay. However, it is in this verse that the conditioned soul is is covering wait. Okay,
By the material body.
the material body. Wait, I just lost where I was reading.
With the mind and the senses.
The mind and the senses. Oh, now
And
I got. And when he is liberated, this material covering perishes, but his spiritual body manifests itself in its individual capacity.
thank you, Suraj. Sri Krishna, are you ready? Can we hear him? Jagannath, wait, Jagannath.
Oh, yeah, go.
Oh, why is he not able to?
No, it's technical. It's a technical fault.
Can you wait, Jagannath?
It's just mute and unmute. Now unmute.
Now let me unmute.
Maybe he says that the host asks the host like muted everyone.
Yeah, let us. No, I didn't mute you all.
Everyone, or we'll be.
Yeah, that's
Just say any word.
he's muted.
Is he talking?
No,
Wait,
he's not.
just say some word.
Oh,
Nope.
but why?
Yeah.
But we
Sri
can't.
Krishna, can you log out and log in again and see? Because I don't want you to miss reading. You should also read, right?
Logged off.
Ovi, you want to go ahead?
Yes, Mataji. Off period.
Okay, start reading.
The following information is there in Madhyani Jnana Shruti. Sava Esha Brahman Nishtha Idam Shariram Martyam Atish Raja. Brahma
Disham Padya Brahmana Pashyati Brahmana Shrunoti Brahma Vedam Sarvan Anubhavati. It is stated there. It is stated there that when a living entity gives up his material embodiment and enters the spiritual world, he receives a spiritual body, and his spiritual body he can see Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. He can hear and speak to him face to face. He can understand Supreme Personality as he is.
Okay, thank you. I'm just looking who wants to didn't get a chance. Netri, you want to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. From Smriti. Mataji. Yes, Mataji. From Smriti, also it is understood Vasanti Yatra Purusha Sarva Vaikunta Mitraha in the
Murtayaha.
Murtayaha in the spiritual planets. Everyone lives in bodies featured like the Supreme Personality of Godheads. As far as bodily construction is concerned, there is no difference between the part and parcel living entities and the expansions of Vishnu Murti. In other words, at liberation, the living entity gets a spiritual body by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji, for
Netri.
giving me.
Are you joining for the first time?
Yes, Mataji.
Where do you live?
I stay in India, Mataji.
Yeah, I figure somehow I felt so. That's why I'm asking. You joined from India.
Yes, Mataji.
Wonderful. How old are you?
I'm 9 years, Mataji.
9 years. You're from which part of India?
Telangana, Mataji.
Amazing. You speak Telugu?
No, Mataji.
You don't speak Telugu?
No, my mother teaches me, Mataji.
Okay, very nice. Please,
My mother tongue is Hindi, Mataji.
Hindi? Okay, very nice. But amazing. See how nice. She joined from India. What's the time in India now? She's
in the
inspiring all of us.
This is very in the morning. Maybe about like
5:45, ma'am.
Oh, see, it's 7:45. So it should be 6 o'clock there, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Amazing. See, very
6
nice.
a.m. Mataji.
Yeah, this week, because our Preeti Vilasni Mataji, she's the you know Preeti Vilasni Mataji? A3?
Yes, Mataji.
You know her? Okay. Then I need not give introduction about her, right? So because her
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu left the body, we are just this week we are not doing our session. We are just reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So if you join from next week, you will have the regular sessions. We are doing Damodar Leela.
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
But Damodar is over, Mataji.
No, it's not.
we just took a break from it because of Prabhu.
Yeah, it's not yet over.
Not
We
done.
still have. So who else wants to read Devahuti? I think that's I think it's Krishna and Nandini. Nandini, is that you?
Can Sri Lakshmi go?
Sri Lakshmi, go ahead. I wait. Let me see. Okay. Sri Lakshmi, start.
The words Mama Shah
fragmental parts and particles of the Supreme Lord are also very significant. The fragmental portion of the Supreme Lord is not like some material broken part. We have already understood the second chapter that the spirit cannot be cut into pieces. The fragment is not only material conceived, it is not like matter which can be cut into pieces and joined together again.
Okay. Thank you. Did Sri Krishna join again?
I'm
Now,
not
let him talk. Can you talk now? You're not able to hear him, right? What happened? Maybe you have to check with his.
Mataji, he didn't even talk yet.
No, maybe
I
maybe
think
you have a mic problem, Sri Krishna.
Sri
Go
Krishna,
check with your father.
Sri Krishna, do you see that where you unmute place? If you go there,
It says he's unmuted. Akshita just joined, looks like. Okay. Akshita, can you start reading?
But Mataji, for me, while Sri Lakshmi was reading, then all of a sudden, Netri got spotlighted for me, and I don't know how to get back to the screen.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's from my side. I didn't change the.
No.
You did
It
that?
says Sri Lakshmi is spotlighted, but for me, the big screen is Netri.
oh,
Okay.
on the top right corner, it'll say like
Maybe it's a new
let's
problem.
back to screen.
Oh no, that's the only problem.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Mataji,
There,
Ah,
go back to somewhere.
can I read Mataji? Because I
yes.
didn't read.
Go ahead. Shubhadra read. Now brother wants to read. That conception.
That conception is not applicable here because the Sanskrit word sanatana internal is used the
Fragmental. Portion. It's okay. I'll help you. Fragmental portion.
fragment portion is internal. It is also started in the beginning of the second chapter that is each fragmental and every individual body the fragmental portion of the Supreme Lord is present.
Dehinosmin.
Yatadeya.
Okay. You know that shloka, right? It's most of you all know. Dehinosmin yata. Okay. You're all smart kids. Okay. After this, we'll see if we can discuss a story in a couple of minutes. Akshita, are you ready? I think.
Screen now, Mataji.
Krishna, can you unmute yourself next? Akshita, can you read that?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Akshita, do you have specs? You have specs?
Yeah.
Okay. Akshita, you read, and then next after you, Krishna and Nandini will read.
Okay. That fragmental position, when liberated from the body entanglement, revives its original spiritual body in the spiritual sky. What? Now I can't see the screen again.
You can see the screen?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody spotlighted me, and then I cannot.
I only spotlighted you.
Yeah, but now I cannot. Yeah, wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah, now I see. Yeah, okay. That spiritual plan and enjoy. Where was I? Revive the original spiritual body in the spiritual sky in a spiritual planet and enjoys association with the Supreme Lord. It is, however, understood that here that live that the living entity brings fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. It is qualitatively one with the Lord, just as the part and parcel of gold are also gold.
Thank you, Akshita. Okay, Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Can you read the shloka?
Okay. Shariram yad avapotnati yakchapa
Chap. Utkra. Start.
utkra
Where are you?
ukra amat
Utkaramatishwaraha.
ukra Griti Vidyani
Jihitvaitani.
Samyanti Vavyur Ganda Ishvayat
Ivashayat.
Ivashaya.
Thank you, Krishna. Nandini is there?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Read the translation, Nandini.
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
Thank you, Nandini. Who is there? Oh, I'm seeing Advait. Is Advait there?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Keshavi.
But when it comes to who's he first,
Keshavi is there?
She was there, Mataji.
Yeah, where is Drubajit?
Mataji, this is advice.
Advait, go. Can you please read?
Okay, Mataji.
Can you come on the video?
As Ishvara, the controller of his own body. If he likes, he can change his body to a higher grade, and if he likes, he can move in a lower class. Minute independence is there. The change his body undergoes depends on him. At the time of death, the consciousness he has will carry him to the next type of body. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. Keshavi.
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
He has made his consciousness like that of cat or dog. He is sure to change to a cat's or dog's body, and if he has fixed his consciousness on goodly qualities, he will change into the form of a demigod. And if he is Krishna consciousness, he will transferred to Krishna Loka in the spiritual world and will associate with Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I'm just looking if there is anybody else.
Mataji, can you hear me now?
Yes, finally. Speak again.
Hare Krishna.
What was the problem? How did you fix it?
Oh no, Mataji.
I think
Okay, go ahead.
speaker section.
Read Sri Krishna.
Okay. It is a false claim that after the annihilation of this body, everything is finished. The individual soul is transmigrating from one body to another, and his present body and present activities are the background
background of his next body. One gets a different body according to karma, and he has to quit this body in due course. It is it is started it is stated here that the subtitle
Subtle
subtle
body.
it says subtle body which carries the conception of the next body develops another body in the next life. This process of transmigrating from one body to another and struggling while in the body is called karshati or struggle for
Can you close the door, please? Thank you, Sri Krishna. Is there anybody else who didn't get a chance? Okay. So I think we have 10 more minutes before the other class starts. So before that, before I forget, I'll tell you, tomorrow we are not having our Govinda group class.
Why?
Why?
Tomorrow we don't have Mataji, but are we resuming on Thursday? I messaged Sita Priti Mataji, but can somebody on the call?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, we have another meeting, so that's why we are not having this meeting, okay? All kids' classes are cancelled for tomorrow.
Yeah, that I know, but Thursday we are resuming, right?
Yes, Thursday we are having it.
Why is there no class?
So Mataji, will we have
Mataji, why don't we have class tomorrow?
bhajan
We
class?
have some meeting. We all have something to meaning just
Will we
now
have
she
the
said, right?
bhajan class, Mataji?
No, tomorrow all the kids classes are cancelled. Okay, you all
Okay, Mataji.
okay.
Hare
So
Krishna.
we on Thursday you will all come back again, but before that we will discuss something for 10 minutes, a small story. Okay?
Why is there no class though?
They have some meeting.
We already said that there is some other meeting for us. So
Okay.
we are not having this. Okay, that's an adult meeting is there, so that's why. We'll be having on Thursday. No worries. Only one day. You can have a break.
Okay.
Just
So
curious.
see this in the last shloka that we discussed, what they said, one gets a body according to the karma and he has to quit his body in due course, right? So we have been hearing this since how many times? How many times, Ramachandra, you heard this?
A lot.
Huh? A lot.
Lectures.
Yeah, Ramachandra heard in his previous life, so many times we are hearing. I am hearing, you all are hearing that we carry forward our karma and our next body is based on our what?
Karma or reaction.
On our consciousness, right?
Like when you think
So like I was, we were doing Vrajamandal Parikrama and on the last day we were seeing Raval. So it is about the Raval is the birthplace of whom?
He's a bad.
Raval was the birthplace of Radharani.
Radharani.
Mother,
Krishna was born in Gokul and Radharani was born at Raval. So you know who are Radharani's parents?
wasn't the Devi and Rishabhanu?
But do you know who they were in their previous life?
Huh?
King and a queen. Can you be quiet?
What, Mataji? What was the
Do
question?
you know who are Vrishabhanu and Kirtida in their previous life?
King-
I know you know the story. I'm asking others, okay? You have to be quiet.
Mataji, what story I could hear?
No, I am just asking you all. We know that Radharani's parents are Vrishabhanu and Kirtida. But you know, in their previous life, Vrishabhanu Maharaj was a king by name Suchendra.
and independence.
And
Lakshmi Devi as their daughter.
correct.
Yeah.
So my point here is they had that consciousness, right? And we know that Bhishma, who was killed by Bhishma, whom Bhishma was killed by whom? I mean, at least
Arjun.
no, but Arjun kept somebody in front of him.
Krishna.
Shikanti.
Shikhandi. Yeah, Shikhandi. Who was Shikhandi in the previous life?
Amba.
Yeah.
Anga.
So Amba had a desire that she was very, very, of course, whatever happens, all these pastimes are happening because of the sweet will of Krishna, because he wants us to learn a lesson. So Amba she was like so much angry at Bhishma. So she was desiring that she wanted to kill Bhishma. So she got a body according to her desire, right? And as you all said, Vishabhanu and Kirtida Maharani, they're in their previous life, Suchandra and Kalavati, right? So they had a desire, as Ramachandra was saying, they had a desire of having a daughter as like Lakshmi as their daughter. But Brahma appears and Brahma says, what about Lakshmi? Mahalakshmi, the sources of all Lakshmis will become your daughter. And that's how Radharani, actually how did Vishabhanu Maharaj find Radharani?
He found
a
lotus
flower.
A
lotus flower. Yes. So the point here is, now we are seeing, right? So whatever consciousness we have, and see, based on our consciousness only, we are accumulating karma also, right? On daily basis. Like if you want to watch, suppose your consciousness is too much on TV. So that's how you're getting a karma also. I always tell Jagannath that he will go to a Pokemon planet. Because he's always Pokemon card, Pokemon books, always Pokemon.
I have the card, but I don't do anything with them. I just sell them.
Yeah. So based on our consciousness only, we are getting karma. Like if you see Vrindavan, how beautiful Vrindavan consciousness is. And if you see our acharyas, Sanatan Goswami. Who was Sanatan Goswami? Who is Sanatan Goswami?
A great
One of the 6 Goswamis from Vrindavan.
But he is one of the eldest Goswami, right? So we all say we should get the consciousness of Goswamis. Why? Because all the Goswamis, they're very well educated. They have a very, very good job. Those days only they were billionaires. They have lots and lots of money, but they were living very simple. Like if you take Raghunath Das Goswami, he was from a very good family. Suppose you are the son of a president. How will you feel? You feel simple and you are like very, you feel proud, right? But Raghunath Das Goswami, he was sitting at the bank of Radha Kund and he was thinking, I should make this Radha Kund big, because Radha Kund initially was just 12 by 12. So it's basically a very small one. But Raghunath Das Goswami, who had lots of money, he was thinking at the bank of Radha Kund and he was saying, how will I get money to expand Radha Kund? You were saying Sanatan Goswami. I'm saying about him. Wait. So how will I get money to expand this? And then he was thinking, why am I thinking about money? I should have just a thought that to build Radha Kund came, and he was feeling so sad.
But isn't that good? Isn't that kind of
that is good, but still he was very cautious. Sometimes what we do is that Maya is very tricky. It comes in a good way. We think it is very good, but eventually it will take us. It might take us to bad side. So he was very cautious. And you know what happens? There was a very rich merchant who goes to Badri Vishal to give money to Badri Vishal in Badrinath. But then Badri Vishal comes in the dream of the merchant and he says, I don't need any money. I have enough money. Go to Vrindavan and give all this money to Raghunath Das Goswami. And then that merchant comes and gives all the money, and Raghunath Das Goswami built the Radha Kund that we are seeing today is all because of that. And Sanatan Goswami, Jagannath was saying you started with Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami has a very nice bhajan kutir at where? Radha Kund. No, not at Mansi Ganga.
Mansi Ganga.
At Mansi Ganga. So he had a bhajan kutir there, and you know what? He was such a great devotee that what will Ramachandra do when a mosquito bites you? You know, Florida has a lot of mosquitoes, like in India. We have lots of mosquitoes always doing like this. If you go outside.
They bite my brother.
You might not be having there because it's cold place.
Mosquito spray.
Yeah. So mosquitoes, Sanatan Goswami one time in his bhajan kutir, lot of mosquitoes were coming. And then he was thinking, oh, it should not be a trouble to the mosquitoes. It should not be a trouble to me. Let me leave this place. And when he was leaving, if you see near Sanatan Goswami's bhajan kutir, there is Chakleshwar Mahadev, Shivalinga, like Shiva's place. And Shiva himself will come and say, oh, Sanatan Goswami, please don't go. Stay here. Because Shiva didn't want to lose the association of Sanatan Goswami. And we say that Shiva is the greatest devotee, right? Bhagavatam explains that. And he is saying we should, he didn't want to lose the association of Sanatan Goswami. So our Goswamis are so great, and they gave us this wonderful, they worked so hard to give lots of books. They excavated Vrindavan, you know, everything that you're seeing. So they worked so hard so that we can get, seeing Vrindavan, we'll get good consciousness. Reading their books, we'll get good consciousness, thereby uplifting our karma also. If we are in good consciousness, our karma is also good. Good association matters. You know, to get good consciousness, there are various factors, but we are just talking about one factor today. So please, you're all such a sweet and nice children, all almost 8-9 years old. It is very good that you're taking up Krishna consciousness so nicely. So you all have to become, you all have to be like this till till your last, till you become old, and till you leave the body. You all have to remember each other and help each other whenever one of you is in need. Never forget that. Okay? Don't. Now, if Ramachandra needs anything, Mukund has to help. You all are friends. You're joining in the class, learning philosophy together. So you all have to be good friends when you grow old. Always be grateful to your parents. No, please take some time to thank your parents, your friends, your well-wishers, your teachers. Okay? We will, I think it is time for the next class. So we will end it here, and I will see you all next week. Okay, please pray for.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please pray for Preeti Vilasni Mataji and Prabhuji. Because if kids pray, Krishna will listen. Krishna likes small children. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Pancha kalpatarubhyascha
Kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I think Mataji has to end the meeting. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, are you ending the meeting?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay, Vrinda.